We'll be starting in a little under 10 minutes, guys. Starting in under 5 minutes. It's so weird not having somebody here to do banter with. I gotta do banter with myself. I wish I could give one of you guys permission to talk, but I don't think I can. I wonder if I can. Let me try. Oh, I can. Look at that. So if anybody wanted to come up and talk, you can. I'll give you access for a little bit. Hey, Ravi wants to speak. Let me give Ravi access. Access. Hey, Ravi, you could speak. You just have to unmute yourself.
Am I audible?
Hey, Ravi, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm great. I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm tired.
Yeah, I can expect that you guys are working, very hard for last, I don't know, ever since I joined 2 years
yeah.
ago.
It's been quite a while, yeah. But they've been doing a lot. I mean, I've only been with the project since June of last year.
Yeah, so major developments actually, I can see the groundbreaking changes that took place actually happened after you joined. So
we did a lot of
the
work
big
and a lot
brains,
of restructuring, yeah.
yeah, the big brain behind the project.
That would be Chris. I'm just I'm just the guy with the whip.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. I shouldn't say that.
No. So idea was for means the actual idea came from Chris. Actually, it's a vision that he had, but execution is also very important, right?
Yeah, and
So
actually, our
you were the one
development team in Ireland is
executing.
doing a wonderful job on that. We only have we decided to consolidate everything down to one development team, and now we've got like 20 staff over there, like lead developers, senior developers. We've got QA staff, we've got UI UX staff, we've got some testers. It's like a full in-house development team over there now.
Yeah, I can see means there are teams in India as well, right? So you have a
We have some
24-hour.
testing teams. Yep.
Yeah. So you have a 24-hour coverage all over the globe. SoMee never sleeps.
Well, that's the goal. I'm actually hiring a few more team members here as well. Here in the United States, probably, or in Europe, so we can get more coverage over here as well. But hey, it's been a long road to get here.
Yeah, that would be great if you can increase the team size.
Well,
I
Aaron,
think we have many few people have joined. I
yeah, we've got
can see.
right now we have 12 people here.
Yeah,
Now we had like 27 register, which is a little bit lower than our usual amount. We normally have like 30 to 50 people register at one time, but I wasn't
yeah.
expecting a lot of people in this month.
I was
I was
expecting more.
you were expecting that?
Mm.
I was hoping AC would show up because he wanted to do the meeting with us, but hasn't even responded to my Telegram chat. And the thing starts in 2 minutes. Chris won't be here because he's super busy. He's got to go fly out and talk to somebody.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw that in the Telegram. And by the way, the apps is means the current beta form is it's very fast. I got in today only, and
Mm-hmm.
it's working very smooth.
Yeah, there's some bugs to iron out, some weird things that popped up for a few people, but our dev team will squash those.
Okay, great.
Uh, well, thank you for coming up and talking. Yeah, it felt
So this
so
option
weird
was
being by
always
myself.
there, but means this option was always there in our screen. But I never asked because you guys already had a packed schedule and we used to ask questions via chat.
Well, actually, what I
So
wanted to do, I wanted to open up the Q&A for voice chat too. It's just that we only do the AMAs for an hour, you know?
yeah, because it's very efficient if we do it by voice chat. If we let one person speak have whatever questions they have, then it's more efficient in that way rather than typing the questions.
Yeah, usually a lot faster. Oh, speaking of that, don't
Yeah.
forget to get your guys' questions in. We will answer them in the order they receive. It probably won't be a huge focus on blockchain questions this time around because Chris isn't here, but I'll try to answer whatever we can. And just like usual, we will post the questions and the answers in our dev blog, which we will talk about today after it's here. I know, Simon, another month has passed. It's crazy how fast time is going. Well, it is 10:30. And that is the official start of the AMA. So, Ravi, I'm going to mute you for a minute.
Yeah.
And I was hoping that AC would be here, but AC hasn't joined. So I guess it's just me, and we'll talk about some things going on right now until AC gets here. Anybody who wants to talk can go ahead and request access to talk, just like Ravi did. And we'll see about having you come up here to help keep me some company that we have. But just like all of our other QAs that we have for our AMA, if you have any questions, go ahead and post them in the questions section and we will answer them. We'll also include them after the meeting. Feel free to use the chat panel to ask whatever questions you have as well. Simon, the cat should be joining. The cat wanted to join. I gave the cat trainer permissions and told the cat how to join, but the cat still hasn't joined. So I don't know. I'm hoping the cat joins. So let's go on to our next slide here. As usual, we're going to talk about our project status, some marketing information, and technically it's chat with the cat, though I suppose today it's just chat with me. So until the cat arrives, but we'll go from there. So obviously, this whole entire month has been focused around the beta. And the beta was released officially on 2/25/2021, about 4 days late. That is absolutely true. It was late because we wanted to make sure that we could get all the deployments correct. So we do apologize to our community for that, but at least the beta was released. And we've been letting 20 people in every 24 hours, 4 p.m. Pacific time, every single day so that people can test it out, use it, see how it's going. But it is up and operational. And there's been a few bugs reported, and we're trying to squash those as fast as we possibly can. But, yeah, it's pretty good. And I know everybody keeps asking, why are we in a new beta? Isn't technically SoMee.social a beta as well? Well, yeah, technically SoMee.social is a beta. Technically, it's a release candidate. It's been out for quite some time, but it's old. I don't know if you guys have been with us for a long period of time, but the old SoMee.social is ancient, and it was coded by a team that no longer works with us. It's also not very forward thinking. It's hard to use on a mobile device. You can't really use it on a tablet. It's very difficult to use that thing. Plus, the mobile app is also kind of hard to use as well. So what we did is we scrapped those and we decided to create a whole new app using a new framework, which is so much easier, so much faster. For those of you that actually got into the beta, you know how fast it is. So it's great. So that's why we're doing a new beta. And then what's coming next in the beta, we've got friends and groups coming next, the ability to see your profiles. Those are all coming next. That's what the team is currently working on. We're adding video features in there so we can get some new things into the beta. Right now, the plan is that we will do bug fixes like every week. If there's a bug reported, we'll get those out. If there's a functional bug reported, well, we'll get those fixed like, I don't know, probably like instantly. But if there is a normal bug that needs to be fixed during the routine process, we'll usually publish it every week. And then we'll publish new features every month so that way you guys can see all those new features that are coming out. I'm trying to convince them to do a faster release cycle so we can have like new features every 2 weeks, but we'll see what the devs team says to that. So that is our beta here. And of course, if you guys haven't joined us on the beta yet, you can go to beta.somee.social or you can go to waitlist.somee.social and sign up. Note that the top 20 get in every single day at 4 p.m. Pacific time. I literally go in there and I verify every single one of those. And the top 20 is a rolling top 20 so that anybody who got in before doesn't count. So like today's like 60 people would be total in. So the top 20 that didn't get in are also getting in. And then your goal is 700 points, basically. So if you earn 700 points, you get in. And so even if you don't have like a lot of people to share it with, one thing that I've been trying to tell people is just share it. You gotta like YouTube and Facebook and Reddit and whatever user groups you're in, throw it in your email signature. Just share your link out with everybody because your goal is 700 points. Trust me, if you get 700 points, you're getting in the beta because that almost immediately puts you in there. So that's our new waitlist site. And then our new beta is sitting over there on beta.somee.social. Of course, as I said, it's a React Native application. It's cross-platform and cross-device, which means it works on any platform and it works on pretty much any device. And it's easy to use and really doesn't require the React app that we're building for it. You can just use it on your mobile device and on your tablet just by going to the website, which is great. I wonder if I can actually share it out with you guys. Let me try something, guys. I don't know if it's going to work, but I'm going to try to share my screen with you. Let me, that didn't work. Hold on. Let me try this. We're going to Chrome tab. I think it's this one. Share. I'm going to, can you guys like post something in chat if you can see my tab? Like, can you see the beta.somee.social? Awesome sauce. I cannot see your chat, by the way, while I'm sharing this out with you. I have to switch back to another tab, so just bear with me as I show you this. But this is the new beta.somee.social. This is what's currently up and operational. For those of you that are lucky enough to get into the beta because you were in the top 20 these last few days, this is what you have access to. Now, it's actually pretty darn fast. I'm afraid to refresh the screen because I don't want it to freak out on you, but it should be pretty simple. So if I go to settings here, you can see how fast that loaded up each one of those sections. It's actually super quick. And if I go back to newsfeed, literally it's it's that fast. There's just no comparison with how fast the new SoMee.social is versus how fast the older one is. We have this new card layout. It actually works quite well. Now I am going to try something here. I don't know if it's going to work. I'm going to put it into mobile layout. I'm going to go back to the channel. Did you guys see that change where you guys can see it in the mobile layout? Awesome sauce. So this is what it would look like on an iPhone 10, for example. See?
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you just fine.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure I got it set up.
So this is what it would look like on an iPhone 10. See how easy that is? And did you see how fast it was? I just right-clicked and reloaded, and boom, it's up and operational. I mean, there just really is no comparison there. We also did make it work on iPads as well. So there it is, a little bit bigger in iPad in that mode. And if we go to like an iPad Pro, you even get the little sidebar on there. So we did our best to make it very much mobile responsive there. So I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing this. 1 second. So now we're back over here. And so that was the new beta. I know I didn't last on it for very long, guys. You know, once you get in there, you'll be able to play with it a little bit more. But as you can see, it is a billion times better. We have a few more people that came in. AC joined. Hi, AC.
Hola.
I also have Ravi here. Ravi's muted. I needed somebody to keep me company because you weren't here at the start.
Are you sure that's to keep you company, or is it because I'm going to annoy you?
Oh, you'll probably annoy me anyway, but that's okay. So that is our app. We're going to go to the next slide here. I wanted to show you guys a video.
Yeah, I put that out on the Twitter account yesterday.
Yeah, I wanted to show it to them so everybody can see, you know, the difference in loading speeds, because, you know, that is probably like the biggest thing there. I'm going to load this up on mine, if it'll let me. And then I'm going to try to share it out with you guys, okay? And so, application window, this one. Okay. So
somebody's saying they can only hear me and they can't hear you.
if anybody can hear me, can you type the word yes in chat? Cool.
Okay, so somebody's trolling then. I don't know. I just saw the comment and said something about it.
That's okay. So I am going to start play on this one so you guys can see. Just so you know, the old SoMee.social is on the left. Okay. And the new SoMee.social will be on the right. So let me press play. So there you go. I don't know if you guys got a chance to see that there, but it took like, 3.5, 4 seconds for things to load on the left versus like 500 milliseconds to load on the right-hand side there.
Yeah, it's just completely uncomparable.
So Simon, I can only hear AC. I can't hear any talk except Aaron. Simon, try leaving the presentation and coming back in. It might just be a bug on your end. I'm not sure. So we also wanted to give you guys some more information and give our developers a little bit more ability to communicate with the community as a whole. So, before we had this developer blog that was kind of hard to get to. You had to go to a bit.ly link. You have to navigate around, and that got kind of annoying. So we decided to create a whole brand new blog, and this one is at devs.somee.social. You'll get posts from developers. You'll get team announcements, team news. You'll get team reports as well. It's also where we're going to post our new white papers and all that good stuff on as well. So if you haven't been to our developer blog, just head on out there. You can go over there. That's where we also have all the news about the beta on there too, about what's coming, about what's there, all of that. That's over on the developer blog. Have you been there yet, Aaron?
Yeah, I went to devs.somee.social.
Yeah. So that is our new blog there. We'll get to questions here in a little bit, guys. But I don't really have a lot more to cover here because we covered about, the SoMee project, the beta, and all that good stuff. I do know that we have a few more questions in regards to marketing. And we are doing some marketing with our influencer partners right now. We're actually bringing people into the wait list, and we're bringing people into SoMee.social slowly right now as we're building the beta out. And then we have some partnerships that we've been working on as well, some major partnerships with a few Japanese firms who are able to help us with some economies that we're working on, as well as some blockchain partnerships as well that Aaron is privy to as well. Nothing that I can firmly commit or release to everybody here, but just to let you guys know, as far as marketing goes and partnerships goes, we haven't stopped. We're still working on all those.
No, yeah, there's a lot happening behind the scenes. Whether or not we can discuss that or not, it depends on the partner, and right now we can't. I don't know. In regards to the economic partnership, is that still unable to be discussed under NDA?
It is. We can't talk about it yet until we get the green light from their CEO.
Okay.
That's all part of the normal MDNA stuff that we have out there. I'm sorry, MNDA, not DNA. I was thinking BTS for a second. My apologies. But once we get the approval, then we'll be able to talk about them. But yeah, I mean, guys, we look for strategic partnerships all the time with other blockchain partners and with industry partners throughout there. And then some sidechain projects that we're working with as well that we have meetings with this week too. Well, this coming week, not this last week, but this coming week. Where we're going to talk about building out some sidechain access for SoMee.social with some of the major providers that are out there. So even though there's not a lot that we can release to you guys, because in the blockchain world, we can't release without the permission of the other project, we are still working on a lot in the background there.
Yeah.
So chat with the cat. This is new. I should have put a picture of a cat up here. I forgot. I'm sorry. But
Chat with the cat. Oh, that's great, man.
So you guys get to chat with the cat. We're going to answer some questions before we just open it up. And this time around, because it's just me and Aaron, we'll probably just go ahead and open it up to some voice chat if you guys want to come up and ask some questions too. But let's go to the questions and ask these first. The first question is coming from Jatin. So let me come over here.
I lost it.
What?
The Jatin question, I lost it.
Yeah, that's because I'm projecting it. Has the team decided whether there will be an IEO or token release in some other form? Just like Chris stated last time, no, we have not decided that. Whether there will be an IEO or there will not be an IEO, whether there will be an ICO drop or there won't be an ICO drop, we haven't made that decision yet, and we're not going to release that information until we have that decision. Okay?
All right. Yeah, that's correct. I mean, there's been a lot of meetings held with different exchanges and stuff like that. I'll say that we've discussed doing an IEO, but the thing is, it has to make sense, and like a lot of projects now, they aren't even doing IEOs anymore. They're now doing Uniswap offerings. So we're still trying to figure out what we're going to do.
Right. And, it really depends on where we're going to transition for the blockchain, because we've got a few plans in operation here. But I don't have any details on it. And Chris, if he was here, he would say the same thing. We don't have any full details on the IEO yet.
All right.
All right. So let's go to the next question, which is from Anjan. And that is, any news on a possible Cardano integration or migration? Well, we don't have any news on it. I can't really talk about it because we're under NDA. But we will be working with side chains like Cardano and other side chains to be able to integrate those into SoMee.social's platform. That's all I can say on the Cardano integration.
Well, I mean, I'll say that Crow has said enough out there in regards to that. I mean, he's already leaked that we've had several meetings with Cardano, so
Correct. I just can't say much more than that.
Right. Yeah, but I mean, like just use your head and realize that Crow has said that we've had several meetings with them and all of that. There's nothing official that has come of that yet, but it is on our radar, and we are discussing with the Cardano team and them over there.
So Ravi asks, is there any timeline for the token to be released? Because as per the roadmap, the token release was scheduled for February. No, I don't have any timeline on the token release yet. We're holding off that information and pushing it back just a little bit so we can get all of our ducks in a row for the migration. It's not a simple process for us being able to get rid of the Steam blockchain and switch to something more secure and faster to use. So I don't have any of the full details on that yet, but I do know that it's coming up here in the next 2 to 4 months. So, but I can't really speak any more to that than that, unless Aaron has more.
No. Yeah, that's basically it too. I mean, we're waiting on not only just a tokenomics partner that we're working with, which Philip has said is a Japanese firm, without getting into the actual name of the company or any of that. So, we're waiting on them for the tokenomics study. They're working with us on that. And then, once we have that tokenomics study done, we are going to decide whether we're going to hold an IEO or whether we want to do just an airdrop or what we're going to really do for getting the token kind of set up. And we have like several different options that we could use. So, we're just kind of waiting.
That's right. And so I already answered a few other questions in there that were kind of,
Who's playing the guitar?
That's my kid playing the piano, actually.
Oh, piano. Okay. It sounded like the guitar.
So let me just project this question here from Ravi. As per the roadmap, April is open beta and release candidate. So in April, any number of people can join the beta, not only limiting it to 20 people at a time. That's right. In April, this moves over from beta.somi.social to just somi.social. So unless that changes with the development team, but right now they're meeting their milestones, so most likely that'll still be the same. So in April, all of this gets published and moved over to somi.social so that everybody is using this new app. And then we're being asked by Simon here, Philip, are you meeting up with BitBoy as he's in Las Vegas at the moment? No, I am not. Because I am considered high risk for COVID-19 and I'm not eligible to get my vaccine yet, I will not be meeting with anybody.
Yeah, Ben went to Las Vegas to meet with Graham Stephan and for another event. So yeah, that has nothing to do with us.
Yeah. So it's not that I haven't been asked to go out and meet some people out here. Several people have actually been in the community coming to Vegas because of this. It's just that for me, I can't do that with my health issues. So not until I get the vaccine. And I hear that's a while off. So when will we get the answer to the Hangman? Yeah, I'm not going to give anybody the answer to the Hangman until it's ready. That was a puzzle that I put out to tease everybody. It's one of the harder puzzles we've ever done because I'm not giving any hints on it. And as far as the Hangman goes, until we actually release the tokenomics, nobody's getting the answer.
Unless you guess it. But I mean, if you guess it, then,
Chances are nobody's going to guess it.
Oh, people have come pretty close.
I know they've come close, but nobody's guessed it perfectly yet. So what social media measures and affiliate measures are per the roadmap? That's a question from Ravi as well. So Aaron here is our social media manager. So do you want to speak about how you're handling that?
Say that again. I didn't hear the full question.
The question is, what social media measures and affiliate measures are on the roadmap?
In regards to social media measures, I mean, that's just going to be dealing with analytics and measuring the affiliate, how successful the affiliate program is. When we start to market with the bigger influencers, and there's a lot of people who are actually ready. I met with Brad and Kelly a few weeks ago with Chris, and they discussed some of the influencers that they're working with and some big names. So I mean, when we're ready to kick things off, I mean, this should, in my opinion, at least, it should be a pretty well off success. That's all I
So yeah,
got.
that's all you got.
That's all I got. I
I
don't
know
want to
that.
say too much. Like here, like like I'm trying to dance around things just as you are, but I mean, I don't want Chris coming back to me and being like, "Oh, you said this," and
Yeah, it's kind of a tightrope that we have to walk over here. You guys probably don't realize it as the community because you're like, we want to be told everything. We want to be included in everything. But when it comes to blockchain projects and when it comes to projects in general, there's a lot of stuff that we can't reveal. Like some of the influencer partnerships, we can't reveal who they are. Or if we can reveal who they are, we can't reveal what our plans are with them because those are covered by NDAs and things like that because that's just how the whole industry works. So there's a lot of times that we want to tell you something but we can't.
yeah, that goes. Yeah, I mean, there's one single family that we've been in discussions with that if they come on board, I'm pretty sure everybody, not only in the U.S. but across the world, will know SoMee overnight. So
That's all we can say. But we are doing small ramps right now. Brad and Kelly, for example, are doing wonderful small ramps with their teams and getting influencers on. We have a few other partners that are doing small ramps right now on social media. They're doing some social media campaigns on Instagram as well. But we're not going to do any major marketing ramps and things like that probably until it's open beta where everybody can use it, because it's kind of not fair to do a huge ramp and get nobody in there. So I can see you, Philip, and AC and Chris as blockchain hero cards when SoMee is fully launched. That would be so cool. I think they're talking about the debit cards.
No, they're talking about Blockchain Heroes, which is by
Oh, that game. Yes.
yeah, it's trying to remember who it is that runs it. I can't remember off the top of my head now. It just drew a freaking blank.
I don't know. I don't follow blockchain heroes, so I have no idea.
It's Joel Comm. That's it. I couldn't remember his name. He was
Oh,
he was
a
involved.
wax blockchain. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was involved early on in SoMee. And we're still in contact with him, and yeah, Joel Comm, he's the guy who did Blockchain Heroes.
That'd be kind of interesting to have the Cat and Chris over there, wouldn't it?
No, but not yourself.
No, I don't like publicity. I don't even put my picture up for people to do. I reluctantly agreed to put it on the team site. I don't like my picture up there.
You have
Any?
your picture in Telegram.
I know I don't like my picture there either, but I'm required to have it there. Any updates on the SoMee card to use for shopping online? And then another person goes, yeah, so any updates on tangible cards that we can do? The only thing that I can tell you guys in regards to the crypto credit cards is we have been working with 2 companies that are offering that service to us. One offered it over to Hive and accepted Hive in, so we have no doubt that they will accept SoMee.social in as well. But so until we get the full statement on that, I can't tell you who it is and I can't tell you when it's going to come out. But we are hoping beyond hope that we get approved for it. And if we do, then you'll be able to, get a crypto credit card that you can use your points with.
Now, will that be, would that convert the points to ONG and then use the card, or would we?
We haven't decided yet. Technically, points are tokens. Because the ONG is a coin and the points are a token as well. So technically they both can be converted that way, but most likely it would be a direct fiat. So, but I don't have any details on it yet because, we're only in the preliminary talks with the company. So until I have more detail, I can't really answer that question.
Right.
And then we have this one. Will you be growing the Discord channel or are we sticking with Telegram? I did Discord, guys, because a lot of people love Discord. Okay. And I love Discord. I prefer it on Discord because there's so much more to do on Discord than Telegram. And I also did it on Discord because the blockchain community is about evenly split on Discord and Telegram. Many prefer Discord, many prefer Telegram. So I wanted us to have an appearance in both places. So it's not that I don't want to grow the community over there. I just don't have the time right now. And so I'll probably look for a community manager and probably see if they'd be willing to grow it. But that's a conversation for a few weeks down the road. But Telegram will always be our primary because that's where we started. That's where all of our people are. And that's where me and Chris are. And that's where AC is. And that's where all of our main channels are. So, I mean, Telegram is the primary. But Discord is something that we still want to grow for everybody. Here's this one. Are there likely to be any scaling issues when you open up the beta to anybody? No. The great thing behind our architecture here on AWS is that we use what they call hyperscale technology. We can scale to millions of users hitting the site per minute. And with the technology that we have, we're also globally distributed. That means instead of you guys hitting, back to Florida, wherever you are in the world, you hit to a regional server. So if you're in Germany, you hit Germany. If you're in Japan, you'll hit an Asian server. If you're in, Australia, you'll hit a New Zealand server. So you're always hitting something closer to you. So scaling isn't really a concern for us. And then we're asked by the Shmoo. Oh, the Shmoo. I like that name. How many users do you anticipate for each quarter?
Well, again, there's several big influencers and marketing campaigns that everybody has been working on. For instance, there's I don't know if I should say this or not, Philip, but I'll say it. There's there's some magazine advertising that's going to go out when we're ready, and I mean, like, it's not really predictable how many we expect. I mean, you guys have to realize we have Jamie Gold as a strategic marketing advisor. Jamie Gold and his team helped grow DraftKings, and they're massive. I mean, they have connections all over for various different celebrities and influencers. And then you guys have to realize we also have Brad Frank and Kelly, and they're super, super, super connected. And then, myself as well, connected in the blockchain industry. So there's a lot of marketing here. And, we can push the...
And I can say any number that you want, really. I could sit there and say we are hoping for 3,000 people a day coming in. We have no way of proving that.
So, well, no, it's not just proving it. I mean, it's also just, like, there's no real, like, metric that we can say, like, okay, we hope to get to this number, because we're probably going to far exceed it because of all the marketing here. There's so much marketing power here that this project is, like, you guys have to realize, like, BitBoy Crypto is an advisor to the project. I work with him. Crow, he's an advisor to the project. I work with him. So, and Crow never accepts any advisory position, just putting that out there. And he believes in the project. He believes in what we're trying to do. So, I mean, and he's super connected too. So, I mean, we have the marketing there. It's just a matter of getting the app to the point where we're ready to market it, because we're not going to just press the gas pedal down on marketing with an app like we had with the previous app. I mean, just
that'd be a headache. I mean, we only have one chance to prove the platform to people, and if it's not working the way it needs to work, then it's just going to be a bad experience. So just give us
exactly.
That's why April is our target here, and that's why the marketing ramps are through April and May. So just bear with us a little bit longer. I know you guys have been bearing with us for quite some time, but if you look at the progress we've made since June, and that is kind of my benchmark, because March you guys moved over from GCP to Amazon, and then we moved things over from the blockchain to our own Steam servers and all that good stuff. And then I came in June and we completely restructured. So my demarc is like June till now. And what we've done from June till now is a significant change with new apps, new backends, new processes, and things like that. And we are consistently progressing every single month. And that's what I want to continue as
I
to
wish
see.
you would have came in before and just said scrap the whole thing. That way we would have been a little bit more further ahead than we are now, but it's what it is.
It is what it is. So here's a question from Eco. I'm sure it was once said that video on SoMee could be integrated via the LBRI platform in some way. Is that still a route that you have used, or are you going to use something else?
Well, no, we never said we were going to integrate just with library. We said we would allow cross-posting to library and all these other blockchain platforms. I mean, I've talked to oh man, Jeremy, what's his name? Jeremy Kaufman. Thank you. Telegram. All right. Anyway, I talked to Jeremy Kaufman a few months ago. I mean, so I don't think that that's not an option. I mean, those guys are all open source. We are also partially open source. I mean, we can't open source everything on the platform, at least not now yet. But I mean, the plan is eventually to do that, from what I've understand with Chris. So, I mean, I don't see them saying no. You can't integrate library into your platform. I think they would love it. And you know, we were also partners with Float, and I just talked to Float not too long ago. So I mean, we're partnering with all the other social media apps out there, and yeah, we're going to still allow cross posting to other apps. That's the plan. So that's
both
just
video,
later down
both
the road.
web, both search. There's a lot of things that we're considering integrating. All right,
Yeah,
so we have
be later down the road. It's not gonna. We're gonna first focus on SoMee, and then we'll integrate other partners and stuff like that.
Yeah, core functionality first, and then we do the integrations.
Right.
SoMee says, I just love the name of this person. SoMee says, we've got AweSoMee Facts, we've got SoMee says, I just love it. So SoMee says, what is the plan for social media scheduling tool, and will it still cost X dollars a month to use it? Okay, so let me explain on this one. So as far as the dashboard tool goes, our ultimate goal is to work on cross-posting for this platform. That means when you post, you'll have the ability to post to other platforms. Now, whether that'll be the top 5 socials like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever, it's whatever they support, but other blockchain projects as well, so that you can earn on those projects as well as earn on your SoMee and things like that. And of course, that kind of makes the dashboard moot if you have the ability to do that. And then building in the scheduling functions into the application is one of the reasons why we switched over to React Native. So it's a lot easier for us to build that in. So will it cost X dollars a month to use? Probably not. We're probably just going to build it into the platform. But I don't have any other details on that because that's like, you know, at least 6 months away. Because that's
well, from what I know from Chris is that because we did build a separate social media dashboard,
and we have one
application. You know, there's going to be a certain amount of accounts that you can use with the free version for cross posting, and then you know you can choose to upgrade to the payment.
But the existing one that we're using is the one we're talking about, and yeah, that's a moot point.
Yeah. Right.
And then we also had a question that I already answered, but I'll put it out there. People said, do we have a dark mode coming? And yes, we have a dark mode coming. We have a dark mode for both the web and the mobile. So if your guys are natively on dark mode in your browser, it'll automatically detect that and put you in dark mode on our site too. It just hasn't been built in yet, but that is on our roadmap to put in. Translation is also there as well. So if you don't natively speak English, you'll be able to change your language by clicking on the language selector on the top on both the app and the mobile, so that you guys can, you know, use the app in your own language. That's something that is natively built in to both of the applications as well. I don't want you guys to think that, you know, we can't give out information. one of the comments here in chat and in Telegram and in the question and answer section has been holding this AMA today is that when are you guys going to give out tangible information? Tangible information is information that has to be, agreed upon by both parties. It has to be cleared on NDA. It has to be allowed for us to be said by both parties. And if it's not, we can't release the full amount of information on that. There's nothing we can do on that. That's legal requirements. Those are our agreements with our partner companies and our strategic partners. So we'll release.
Also, like if you do cross that line and say something, I mean, you could endanger the partnership. So
well, that we could lose a partnership. I mean, I don't want to lose the partnerships with some of these people that we have. That'd be kind of crazy. All right, so that was all the main questions, and now we actually are going to do something new here. And I know I'm pushing this along really fast, but this is Chat with the Cat, so Philip's going to take a back seat here. I am going to open this up to Q&A live. Ravi was our first person. I know he has some questions. So here's the thing. If you guys want to ask a question live, you can request mic access, and we'll give you mic access to ask the cat some questions. And if you don't, that's okay too. Because we're going to try this out and see if it works. So Ravi, if you have any questions, you can unmute yourself. But I like silence because that means there's no questions.
Yeah, it doesn't look like we have any type of questions.
Hello.
Hey, Ravi.
Yeah, hi. How are you, AC? This is the first time getting to talk to you.
Well, no, we've talked before. But
No, it's directly. It's not through chat. Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. So, my question is actually it's not a question. I know that means sometimes people also get annoyed in the Telegram chat. I know there is a roadmap out there, but so some of the things are very technical, which you guys understand. Like I asked a question related to social media measure, and there was, as per roadmap, we are going to have a token release, and then we have official release for beta. So can you just summarize the process that you guys are going to follow? Means in your lucid way, means any layman can understand, because sometimes everyone gets confused, like what is going to happen if you guys are proceeding, then what is the next step? Like if you are coming out of beta, what should be the next step? Are you guys going to release the token, or are you guys going to enable the blockchain before, after? So I just want to understand the entire process. I'm not asking for any timelines, because I know you guys are working very hard towards it. So it will happen when it has to happen. We just want to have an understanding of the entire process.
Okay. Okay. So in regards to social media measurement, that's through affiliate links, and that would be measured by the influencers that we choose to bring in. They've all been given a affiliate link, so they'll share out their link, and we have the ability to see how many users they are pulling in from their affiliate links. So there's that. And in regards to the blockchain stuff, that's better off with Philip. But we are kind of working with multiple potential partners where we have choices to what blockchain we're going to use for the site.
Okay, let me interject here for a second.
Go ahead.
Because this is what I want everybody to understand. A while ago, and you can correct me if I'm wrong on this, which I probably am in my timeline, but it was several years ago, Facebook came out with Libra. And Libra was supposed to be their stable coin that allowed them to earn money while people were posting on Facebook, and everybody was supposed to be happy. But what happened to Libra, Aaron?
They got completely shut out by the regulators, and they were told they could not launch, and then they rebranded to Diem.
That's right. And here's the problem. No matter if you look at Hive, no matter if you look at some of the other social media platforms that are out there, no matter if you look at Hyper and some of the other, micro blockchains that are out there that do social media, the one giant question mark with blockchain and social media is how to properly integrate it from both a protocol standpoint and the ability to interface with the users. It just doesn't exist. So people like SoMee, we're out there pioneering how that process works from a technical standpoint. So when we look at blockchains like Steam and we look at blockchains like Hive and we look at blockchains like Cardano, we have to look at them and go, A, do they have the capability of doing social media? B, do they have the protocol set up so that when we do send them transactions, they can handle tens of millions of transactions per hour? And C, do we have the ability to pay people out based on what they've earned on those platforms? And when it comes to social media, so the answer on the protocol question is no, there's nothing defined out there. So we work with people like Cardano, we work with people like CoinOS, we work with people that are in this big space and go, let's come up with an actual process by which social media blockchain companies can spin up their services and be able to do this. So when we say that we don't have the blockchain up and running right now, it's not that we don't have a plan for it. We do have a plan and we're currently working on it. But what we're trying to do is make sure that the protocols we're using are in place and that they're a standard protocol that everybody can use. Because our goal here is to open up SoMee to everybody, not just SoMee.social. It's to allow other blockchain companies to use it as well so that they can create side chains and interact directly with us. And that takes time. So our goal with how we're going to open this up right now, we're in closed beta. So everybody can apply to come in on the wait list. Every single time somebody gets in, 20 people a day, every 24 hours. In April, that goes to open, which means that we go to SoMee.social. Anybody can sign up. There is no wait list. We all use it. At that time, the blockchain will most likely be turned on because it's already 2 to 4 months out there. And then, from there, we'll most likely turn on the ad share right after that. And then we're going to, do video integrations and sidechain integrations and automated integrations after that. So it's just a process to get to each one of those milestones.
Right. And as Philip said, I mean, we're meeting with all these big projects. This is not a small project. I mean, I know you guys or some of you guys like to think it is, but it's not. This project, marketing alone, I mean, we're probably the most well-connected blockchain project when it comes to marketing. I mean, overnight, we could probably hit 1 million users, and that's not me just bullshitting. So, I mean, you guys got to realize that there's a lot here, and everybody's working hard to make the project a success. And when it comes to the roadmap, yes, that's a window into our thinking and where we want to go. But roadmaps are not definitive, with dates and stuff like that. I mean, yes, our ideal position would be to release the token in February, but there's things that come up, and we don't want to just rush out a token. That's not our prerogative here. We want to make sure that everything, as Philip said, our ducks are in the row, and that we have everything that we need from other potential partners and move forward that way.
Right. So Jatin wanted to ask a question, so I just gave him mic access. So Jatin, if you want to unmute yourself.
Hi, Philip. This Ravi asked what I want to ask. Okay, so he asked all the questions.
Oh, you didn't want to ask anything else?
No, I don't want to add anything. Thanks a lot.
No problem. So I mean, yeah, guys, this is a huge project. It's not like Hyper, which is a super focused, type project that only has a few things to worry about. It's not like some of the DMX things that are out there, which are Twitter based or, just very micro blogging type thing. SoMee.social is a massive project, and we have to develop everything from the protocols to communicate with how the blockchain's actually going to work. And those things just don't exist in the market right now. They're just not out there. We have to build them, and that takes time. And it takes time for adoption as well. So that was Jatin. Ravi, did you have any other questions? I guess not.
No.
We did have another question here come in from SoMee Facts. Will there be a way for people under 18 to legally use SoMee later, i.e., blocking them from earning on posts if this is going to be a problem? You know, we really want to come up with a way for people 13 and above to use SoMee.social, but that probably won't be for another year or two. And the reason for this is because SoMee is a free speech social media network. You have the ability to post pretty much anything that you want on there. And one of the things that we're working on is what we call a content filtering system. And that allows us to basically whatever posted is on SoMee.social, the system is able to add tags to it and say it's this. So if it's, you know, something super progressive or something super conservative, or if it's porn, or if it's pictures of dogs, or if it's pictures of cats, you'll have the ability to filter things out that you don't want to see. And so one of the difficulties with a free speech social media is that if you allow children on there, they may be exposed to things that they shouldn't be exposed to at their ages. Now, it is possible for us to code the platform or code a adjunct to the platform, if you want to put it that way, that will allow children to use it in a highly filtered environment. And that is something that we're still considering. But right now, the answer is no for people under the age of 18 using the platform.
So I'll be able to block all the dog pictures
if you wanted to. See, we have to fight. Look, I know it sounds funny, but think about it, guys. Our goal here is to make it SoMee.social censor proof. And how do you make something censor proof? I noticed
you have to provide the users the ability to block out whatever they don't want to see. I mean, I understand that from
exactly.
But I mean, in regards to that, like, okay, so let's say I did block out all the pictures of dogs on the platform, right? Let's say that I just wanted to see cats. I don't like dogs, which is not true. But even though, you know, I have an avatar as a cat,
you're equivocating.
But anyway, yeah. Anyway. So let's say I did that, right? Would that block out like the page cats and dogs? You know that I.
It's just post level. It doesn't block groups or anything. Just post level.
Okay.
If you wanted to join a group that had talks about cats and dogs, that's fine. But if you post the content and that content has been tagged dog either by the user or by the system, and the user doesn't remove the auto tag or whatever, and it's still just a dog, or you know there's dogs in the picture and the system says that a dog, or there's a video and there's a dog in the video and the picture says, hey, this is about dogs, stuff like that. If you're blocking dogs, you're not going to see dogs. Or you'll see way less dogs, I should say. The only way to make a social media platform censor-proof is to prevent the social media platform from censoring. How do you like that for a statement? We don't censor. We're not going to censor. The only thing that we censor is things that are illegal. Other than that, we're not going to censor because we don't want the United States government, we don't want, you know, international governments, we don't want other people saying, you cannot do this. Because that's not what free speech is. And we strongly believe in free speech over here at SoMee. Instead, we want to give users the control of what they want to see on the platform and what they want to ingest. So users will be able to set their filters in any way, they shape or form that they want. And, you know, if Congress comes back and says, but you have to give conservatives a free voice, well, they have a free voice. I'm not going to force people to turn off the filter for conservatives. I'm not going to force the people to turn off the filter for liberals. It's not going to work that way. If people want to turn on those filters, they can turn on those filters. That's their choice. As a platform, we give the user the choice for censorship. So that's what you guys can do. And that's how we move SoMee.social forward into that space. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
We have a question from Simon. Will there ever be a trusted source aspect within SoMee? What are your thoughts? Entirely let it run news and opinion. Are there any legal requirements with news? Yes, there are plenty of legal requirements with news. And yes, SoMee.social will actually have a trusted news feature that will allow news companies, independent and otherwise, to join SoMee.social and use either their G-Bucks or their G-Fuel or whatever we're going to do it with to allow them to be able to post news on the platform. But that goes hand in hand with our community-based content moderation as well. Moderation. community-based moderation. And where
Words
we
are
actually,
hard, Philip.
they are. It's community-based moderation module, which also includes community-based fact-checking, which will allow, people in the community to become fact checkers and fact check the news articles that come out to ensure that, all the information is accurate that news companies post. And we do have a fully mocked up proposal in regards to the news center. And I'll talk about Chris to see if we can release that out for everybody to see, because it's okay for us to share that with the community. And if he says yes, then we'll show it to you guys. From content moderation to fact checking to the full SoMee News Center, it allows us another way to add revenue to the platform, but also to allow you guys to have better control over the content that you're exposed to.
Yeah, and the difference here is that, because I already talked to Chris about it and vented all my opinions about it. The difference here is that the fact checkers are going to be users, and the users will get rewarded for doing fact checking. And if there's a dispute from another user, they can do that and then fact check the other user. So it's not like we are going to have a Facebook level Ministry of Truth where they have, I think Facebook has now like a Supreme Court.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But yeah, so we're not going to do that. That's not where this is going. This is
No,
more
this is open source, open collaboration, completely neutral. Fact checkers fact something. If somebody disagrees with the fact check, they can fact check the fact check. And it just shows how many people are agreeing or disagreeing with it over time, so you can make your own opinion. That's it.
Right.
We have another question here from Eco. Early SoMee members have a huge amount of G-Bucks, which means that when G-Bucks are reactivated, new people to SoMee could be easily outgunned for some time to come. Will the use of G-Bucks to self-promote posts be regulated, i.e. a weekly usage limit? Yes, it will be. The featured post option on SoMee.social will be a regulated feature to start, because we want to see how A, it's going to be used, and B, how much it influences the platform. We don't want a situation where only whales have their posts at the top. Secondly, what did I call that portion of the site? The hot list or whatever? Anyway, there's another feature that we're adding in there called where we can see controversial posts or highly popular posts and things like that into SoMee.social, so that people can see what people are talking about and all that good stuff. And featured posts will allow themselves to be put there too. So yes, it will be regulated. Eventually, it'll probably be open for everybody to use, but to answer your question, yes, it'll probably be regulated at the start. Any other questions? I mean, we have 6 minutes left. Again, if you guys want to come up and talk, just, request mic access and feel free to ask.
And feel free to chat with the cat.
Yeah, chat with the cat. This is your time to do it. Tim asks, sorry, I'm a bit confused. Is ONG just governance coin? No point in owning if you are not interested in governance. The current ONG coin is being shifted over to governance. When that will happen is completely up to Chris, but we are working on a complete community-based governance protocol, which will allow you guys to decide where the platform goes in the future, what gets voted on, what gets approved, what gets implemented, etc., etc., etc. And the ONG coin will be used for that. So when proposals are set out there, you'll use your ONG to submit your proposals, and you'll use your ONG to vote on those proposals. And anything that gets ratified gets ratified by the community and can be put on the roadmap to build. If you don't wish to participate in ONG, then as AC put inside of Telegram chat yesterday and today, transfer your coin over to the new token when it gets released.
Yeah, and it's also important to say that we are actually also exploring whether or not we want to use the ONG token within the coming DeFi features for the platform. So we haven't fully decided yet, but it's a
possibility.
The possibility, and it's not like we're just going to forget about the token.
No, it's going to be repurposed because we want to use it. It's just that we have to focus on newer technology that's out there, and this old ERC20 token that was written a while ago needs to be repurposed. So we need a newer token that can support things.
Right.
Thank you, Miss AK. We as a company really do try to listen to our community. So we appreciate comments like that where it says, thank you for your effort and being so appreciative. We are appreciative of every single one of our members. It may not seem like it. I know my comments today to Dolphin probably did not seem like it. But, you know, we are appreciative every time you bring us an issue, every time you bring us a question. If you're not certain on something, we want to answer it. You know, just be open about it, you know. Do you consider yourself a creator, an employee, or holder of the pennies, AC?
Wait, what was that?
SoMee says, does AC Daddy consider himself a creator, an employee, or a holder of the pennies?
Well, one, I'm also a creator. Two, I'm also a employee here at SoMee.
There you go. He's a creator and an employee. We are approachable too, for the most part. AC has claws, way more claws than I do. But we are approachable too, madam, and we always do try to answer that. All right, we have 3 minutes left.
Hey, I've been helpful to a lot of people, so I mean, say what you want. I mean,
You've been helpful. Yeah.
If you come on the channel and you're trolling, and I'm in a bad mood, and I'm working on like 100 different things, yeah, I'm gonna give you an attitude because I don't have the time for your trolling.
Well, we have 2 minutes left, so if anybody has any last-minute questions, please go ahead and ask them. What's for dinner? I'm thinking beef stew with crackers. And then Crypto goes, are you guys hiring new grads or interns? Really depends on what you want us to hire them for. I would love to have some interns in here. I would love to have some people, you know, that are graduating in the marketing space or in maybe even the programming space that we can use as grunts and things like that. But anybody that wants to work here can send their resume to business@somee.social and we'll review them one by one. But yeah, grunts, you know, you got to have people that do the dirty work, right?
Yeah, there's got to be people there to get Philip his coffee.
I mean, what else are interns for? They're unpaid after all. But that is that, guys. Tell us more about the merch and the polling vote for G Fuel and merch. Okay. So our merch store is up and operational on store.somee.social, as you guys know. You can buy whatever merch is up there. If you guys want something created that's not up there, let me know. We'll go ahead and create it and put it up there. And then for the current wait list, we are working on a reward for the person that gets the most votes. We'll probably do like the top 3 people that get the most points in the wait list, and they'll get some sort of reward. The community voted on an NFT token, and Chris is amenable to the idea, so we'll probably create a custom NFT token for the wait list, and those that get the most points get the token.
Would I be exempt from that? Because I'm number 1.
You are exempt from that because you're an employee.
I'm number 1.
Doesn't matter. You're an employee, and you're number 2.
Oh, no.
How are you guys personally bracing yourselves for the extreme scale that SoMee will do in a short while? Well, from an infrastructure standpoint, Simon, we're not bracing ourselves at all because we can handle it. From an employee standpoint, I'm kind of freaking out because I want to make sure that we can support everybody. But we have a completely workable service desk that can support to all the questions. We have a bot, even though he's kind of stupid, so I'm going to reprogram him to answer more questions. We have our support area where you can submit tickets wherever you want, and we have the support staff, and we're considering hiring 2 or 3 more CS people to work on that. One more chat here. Hola to Chris, even if he's not here today. Yes. That's it, guys. That's 1 hour. We will be back next month as well. And next month's schedule will be, oh, look, it's on the 27th. Same time. So next month's schedule will be on the 27th as well, where we're going to talk about what we're going to do into April, talking about all the new features that we're putting into place this month and coming out next month, as well as anything else. So join us then. I will post the recording of this when it's ready on our dev blog, and we'll post the questions and answers there as well. Other than that, guys, that's all I have. Aaron, you want to close with anything?
Yeah, no, I'm pretty good. Did we show a preview of the new app actually, like, live? I know you showed the video where
I literally did a demo on beta.somi.social.
Well, I know you showed the video of the
I didn't do a video. I
of the
did a
speed
demo.
difference, but I didn't. I don't know. I came in late, so I wasn't sure if you
Yeah, see?
showed.
See,
Yeah,
everybody, that's what happens when you come in late. You don't know what was done before you got in.
well, I mean, I couldn't get the microphone to work. It kept on basically telling me that your microphone is not working. Retry. Blah blah blah. So it took me about 5-10 times coming in here. That's why I was
No.
just leaving in and out.
But yes, we did show everybody beta.somi.social. I showed them how it worked. We went to different screens, showed them how fast it was, shared my screen and everything. All right, guys, with that, we're going to go ahead and end. You guys have a wonderful day. Thank you for joining us here, and we look forward to you next month in our next AMA.
Later.